Okay, we'll call a meeting, the Board of Estimate to order. Myself and Finance Chairman Massey present. Absent is President Rodriguez. Visitors, we have Alderman Johnson, City Clerk Rick McCormick, City Treasurer Leonora Liz, Commissioner of Public Works Jacob Tweel, Commissioner of Parks and Rec Raylyn, our Superintendent of Parks and Rec Raylyn Bertha, and Economic Development Director Maria Bruni. Item 1, Parks and Rec requesting acceptance of a donation of $169.15 for tree planting in honor of Pastor Rustico. Motion by
Me.
Maisie. Seconded by myself. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Alex Smith is requesting the Board of Estimate and approve a resolution regarding some property on Manhattan Avenue. Jacob, can you come up and just give us a brief on it for the record?
Good afternoon. For some reason, there are few properties on Manhattan Avenue. They don't make it all the way. When they purchase the property, the SBL or the deed does not make it all the way up to Manhattan Avenue. So the city continued to own big chunk of it, 20 feet, 30 feet, up to the property line between the road right-of-way to the property line. So these people requested that, like the city has done in the past, to give them this area of land between their property line, the current existing property line, all the way to Manhattan right-of-way or property line, which is the road will remain 50 foot wide. So that's the request. Alex was okay with it. We reviewed it from our point of view in DPW, which is there is no public underground utilities or anything like that to prevent this transaction from taking place. And that's basically it.
That's all I got to say about that?
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
Nope.
So did we have a motion?
Make the motion.
Motion by Massey, seconded by myself. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 3, Smith requesting the Board of Estimate increased rate of $150 an hour to $200 an hour for city litigation, effective immediately. And suggested raising the litigation rates from $150 to $200 an hour. The Travelers has already approved the request, and he believes it's so appropriate to raise the rate. I guess he believes it's appropriate to raise the rate because he's the guy receiving the rate increase, right? Would you agree, Mr. Tweel?
You want to speak on that?
Yeah, yes, please, yes. I'm glad that he feels that it's appropriate. All right, so it is, we have followed the reimbursement from the insurance company, and it hasn't happened in many, many years. So prior, and Mr. Smith goes on to make an argument how he still saves the city money compared to when Judge Gerton, former commissioner, our former attorney, was there. So, motion by myself, seconded by. Well, looks like it might die for lack of second. Is that true?
That's a hefty raise, 33%.
Okay, I'm asking for a motion. If you want to have a discussion, you have to put it on the floor.
All right, I'll second it for
All
discussion.
right, now go ahead, you can make your comments.
Kind of hefty raise, 33%. I don't know when the last time, I think he mentioned somewhere that he hadn't had one.
Well, it's been many years at 150, and it's well below what we pay the private sector, but it's also, percentage-wise, I believe it's probably less than what you as an alderman received.
No, I don't think so.
Probably maybe in the same ballpark.
But I work.
When did he get a job? No.
I deserve it, and not all of them, by the way.
Well, we can have fun with this too, but
The glass house situation.
yes. I think it's, we're paying
I
anywhere
know,
from
I know, it's
265
fine.
up for private counsel right now. So
It's fine.
I think it's a deal, and most of this is reimbursed from the insurance company. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 4, Senior Center requesting permission of the Board of Estimate to authorize the treasurer to transfer $10,000 from personal services to Leighton Heat. Motion by
I'll move.
Maisie, seconded by myself. All in favor?
Well, can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. How did they have so much at this time of year in the personal services line to make this?
I think they had somebody that quit during the year, and we had a vacancy,
Yeah.
if I remember right.
Yes, and also it's, the budget is based off the part-time bus drivers, so if they don't work the full amount, which is like 25 hours, then that leaves for that amount. I think they just started the senior trips. They haven't done, I mean, not the senior trips, the outings this year. It hasn't been like prior years. So there's a little bit of money.
Thank you.
Okay, all in favor, motion was by Massey, seconded by myself. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Leonora Liz requesting the Board of Estimate the approval of the attached agreement with NICLAS. It's the New York Cooperative Liquid Asset Security System and authorization for mayor to sign it. Short-term liquid investment fund designed specifically for the public sector. And Leonora, why don't you come up and give a minute on it? Motion's by myself,
Second.
seconded by Massey.
Yes, this is a investment pool. This is something that I learned from NICOM. Other municipalities utilize it to earn a little bit more interest than what the banks offer. Right now, the interest with the banks are like at one is like 0.42%, 0.42. Night class right now, their interest rate is around 2.7. So any funds that are above the maximum that we have in our current banks would be moved into this investment pool. So I did my investigation. This does follow our policy for investments.
And you recommend it?
Yes.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, item 6, Leonora Liz requesting the Board of Estimate to approve the posting of the proposed general water and sewer fund budget. Let's put this off to the end of the meeting because I want to do a executive session before we go into to discuss it, so.
Okay.
All right, so let's go on to item 7. Maria Bruni requesting the Board of Estimate the approval to waive the building permit fee and hookup for 52 Broad Street. This is initially in reference to the Resolution 54-20, Sky Mendoza Supplemental Needs Trust purchase of the property. They are now ready to build, and the city, as you know, donated the property, and with the permit, we're now seeking to waive the fees. So motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Massey. Please note it's in the first ward, Mr. Massey.
I do.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 8, right on cue. Chief Awanchu requesting the city of Middletown approve the following transfers. $25,000 from contractual services to gas and oil. $979.98 from contractual services to other equipment. And $461.73 from contractual services to other equipment. $39.83.91 from contractual services to other equipment. And $7,600 from contractual services to other equipment. And this is to trade in and upgrade our outdated M4 patrol rifles. And a note is the above transfer requests are being covered by the balance of the budgeted FUS money that is no longer being utilized. What is FUS?
That was a software platform that I originally had in our budget for this year that we chose not to use when we realized that there's a continuing cost. So there is money in that line that just basically being reallocated within our budget.
Okay, and there's more to the resolution, I'm sorry. Personal services, $5,500 to other equipment. And that's for body cameras, and then personal services to other equipment for the purchase of gently used office furniture.
Gently used.
Yeah.
Gently used.
Gently
yes.
used,
Beautiful.
yes. So, motion is by
Make the motion.
Maisie, seconded by myself. Any questions, Mr. Massey?
No, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 9, Chief Awantu requesting approval for the Board of Estimate to add 5 new body cameras in the docking station to our contract. The cost is $5,500 and will be covered within our 2022 budget. However, by adding these cameras, our annual cost to Exxon will be increased by $7,300. Therefore, the budget for '23 reflects this increase. So it's a motion by myself,
Second.
second by Mazzy. And this is for what reason, Chief? Because we didn't add any officers. We,
So
is this
Mayor,
replacements?
when we started with the program, we had 71 officers in our budget. Last year, we added to 72.
Okay,
So there's one additional. We've also decided, since we implemented the program, that our parking enforcement should have body cameras as well. So we've implemented that. And then we realized that if there's one of them is malfunctioned, we didn't have any spares to keep the body camera in service. So this would be 2 for parking enforcement, 1 for the additional officer, and 2 spares to have on hand so that we can never be without.
all right. So motion by myself, seconded by Massey. Any questions?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Item 10, Mr. Twiels, an amendment 4 to the B&L contract with the city regarding construction observation services as it relates to the 20-inch water main replacement project in the amount of $145,000. So cover the additional services due to the length of construction, legal consultation with the city special counsel, as explained in the memo back in 10/26/22. And Jacob's requesting approval for the mayor to sign the enclosed amendment number 4. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Massey. Any other questions, Mr. Massey?
No.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 11, Jacob Twiel was informed by DOT of the availability of grants for intelligent, smart traffic control signal, potentially incorporating adaptive control systems. It will simply monitor the traffic, adjust signal operations and timing in a coordinated manner with other signalized intersections throughout the day to minimize traffic congestion. New York State is implementing a similar system on Route 211. They're requesting to apply for 2 grants. One is the Attain grant and one is the SMART grant. The Attain grant requires a 20% match, and the other grant, SMART, does not require a local match, but is segmented into potential awards. So WSP is the contractor. The cost of the application will be $46,864. So he's asking for a fund balance transfer in that amount to Traffic Smart Signal Controls. You have to go back, Mr. Smith, and play the video and see who defended you.
Can't wait.
So we have a motion by
So moved.
Maisie. So I'll second it. Any questions, Mr. Massey?
Yes, sir.
Now, Jacob, just for the record, this is not committing us to doing the project.
No, just applying.
Applying for the grant, so.
Yes. Yep.
Any idea on the total cost, a ballpark number of,
It's
like
probably
the
around,
20% match one?
the 20% one, we don't have to take it even if we were approved.
You didn't
Yeah.
answer my question.
No, it's up to $5 million they
Oh.
can give us,
So we'd have to put up $1 million if we do that.
if you decide to take it.
Okay.
But
And the other one is
the
what?
smart, there is no local match, but that starts with the design by itself, $1 to $2 million, and then there's more after, and the design has to be completed in 1 year. That's a smart grant. And
On
then
the other
after-
grant, you said it's up to $5 million. That means that's only the grant is up to $5 million. The project cost could be more
No,
than $5 million.
we will not do that.
Over $5 million, we'd have to absorb the 100%, correct?
We will not make it more than 5.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
we will
Thank
not
you.
make it more than 5 million.
Thank you.
Whatever the grant comes, that's what we will do. And if we have to, at that time, you will visit it. If you decide to do it, we can do it. If we don't decide to do it, then we'll have to minimize the scope of work.
Right, okay.
Thank you.
So I had a motion by Massey, seconded by myself. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 12, Twiels requesting transfer of funds from the personal service line, the 8330 account, into water treatment plant overtime account, overdrawn due to increase in overtime at the filter plant to cover retired staff. Motion by, oh, wait a minute, there's another one here. Second part of the motion.
All right.
And from Personal Services Purification, $20,000 to overtime wastewater treatment plant. He respectfully requesting a transfer of funds from the personal service line 8120.100 into the wastewater treatment plant overtime account. This transfer is needed due to the amount of overtime required for necessary operations at the wastewater treatment plant, a cover for retired staff. And then there's a third transfer within there from personal services, storm and sanitary sewer, $20,000 to overtime wastewater treatment plant. Motion by
I'll make it.
Massey, seconded by myself. Any further comments or questions?
No?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 13, we are requesting a fund transfer needed for the paving of the entrance aprons at Wolfslayer Athletic Field. There are two of them. One's an exit and one's an entrance. Attached is a proposal in the amount of $44,875, in which Sullivan County Paving and Construction is using the New York State contract bid pricing. Also attached is a proposal from Ketchum Fencing in the amount of $91,540 for the installation of fencing around the field per the plans. Total amount required to complete both projects is $136,415. And we're requesting that from ARPA paving of streets to Monhagen Davidge expansion. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Mr. Massey. We have a timeline, Jacob?
Yes, yeah, basically, we want to do the paving, obviously, as soon as possible, so we have to line up the contractor. There's some prep work, and I have to get in touch with the DOT to make sure they're happy, because we are paving within the right-of-way.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's time-sensitive, yes, that would be helpful if we can get it going.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, need a motion to go into executive session,
So moved.
seconded by myself. And so we're going to go back to item, what was it, 6? Yes, item 6 on the budget. And Board of Estimate will be voting to approve the posting of the proposed 23 general water and sewer budgets and setting a public hearing for November 9th at 4:30 PM. And we have all three funds are within the property tax cap. And we'll go through it line by line at the budget presentation during the public hearing. So a motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Massey to post the budget proposal and to call for the public hearing on November 9th. Motion was by myself, seconded by Massey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor? Aye.